Peace and blessings is real. First and foremost, I want to take this time and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahushua, for allowing his word to come out. And I hope you sincere brothers and sisters is edified by this word. And the name of the lesson is called A Woman That Honors Her Husband is Wise, but she that dishonors him is ungodly. Let me say it again, man. A woman that honors her husband is wise, but she that dishonors him is ungodly, man. And in this word, you sincere sisters out there, man, what we're going to deal with is honor and dishonor pertaining to your man, pertaining to your husband, pertaining to your king. Okay? And a woman has an option, okay? Or I won't even say a woman have an option. Let's just say when it comes to her husband, you can either honor him or dishonor him. And in today's society, man, it's a widespread of the wives of the women that are doing more dishonor than honor to their husbands, man. And it's just such a shame. I mean, Sarah was a beautiful example of honoring her husband when she called Abraham Lord, her Lord. You see? That was beautiful. That was beautiful, man. Ruth was, she honored her husband. You understand me? Today, man, the world is dominating the influence of women to dishonor their husbands, man. All these reality shows, in the music, entertainment, it's all promoting a woman to dishonor, belittle her man. When it was the original institution of marriage and the original institution of husband and wife being in harmony, it was all about love and honor, man. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come to you in the Apocrypha, in the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus. All right, chapter 26. Verse 26, man, it says, a woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all. But she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. What you see on the screen, man, this is a beautiful rendition. This is a beautiful example of what type of woman? A woman that honors her husband, man. Yeah, very beautiful, right? This is definitely not the look of a woman that dishonors her husband. Now, when we analyze Sirach 26 and 26, what woman it says? It says a woman that honor her husband, a woman that shows great respect. Okay, a woman that shows that her husband have a great reputation. Okay, a woman that shows that her husband has a great name. You see? It says a woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all. So a woman that honoreth her husband is going to be perceived as a woman that have knowledge. She's going to be perceived as a woman that's discreet. She's going to be perceived as a woman that's judicious. She's going to be perceived as a woman that's pious, a woman that's righteous, a woman that's submissive, a woman that's obedient. You see that? A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all. So you wives and you women out there, man, when you show great respect to your husband, When you show that you with a man that has a great reputation, okay? When you show that your man have a great name, you are deemed as one that got knowledge. You are deemed that's one that's discreet of all. Beautiful, right? But then on the flip side, it says, but she that dishonored him, okay? She that put him to shame. She that brings disgrace upon him. She that caused him to be in scandals. She that make him have she that's responsible for him having a bad reputation, aka she that dishonored him in her pride, in her high-mindedness, in her loftiness, in her inordinate self-esteem, in her rude treatment of others, aka in her pride, shall be counted ungodly, shall be counted sinful, shall be counted wicked, shall be counted polluted by wickedness, okay, of all. You see that, man? Cold-blooded, right? What's the name of the word, man? A woman that honors her husband is wise, but she that dishonor him is ungodly, man. And all over Israel, man, when you look at the woman and man relationship today, a lot of women, man, are dishonoring their husbands, man, dishonoring their men. And when you do so, you are being considered ungodly, man. Cold-blooded, right? And again, man, what are we dealing with today? When you look at marriages, man, most of the marriages today in the so-called black community, man, they might last 5 years, if that, if that. I remember a time, see, I'm a 70s baby. And back then, marriages was built to last no matter what went on in that marriage, no matter what went on in that house, no matter what type of scandals or whatever the case might be, that woman and man was not breaking up. Okay, they was going to go through the storm. They was going to do whatever was necessary to keep it going. You see, and I'm talking about women have stuck with their men back in the day when they did some outrageous things and the woman still stayed the course. Nowadays, man, women, it don't take much for a woman to disrespect her man, and it definitely don't take much for her to dishonor him, man. But see, let's really put this in its proper context when it comes to a woman that honor her husband. We're not talking about a husband that's a wicked nigga. We're not talking about a husband that's disobedient to Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahushua. We're not talking about that particular husband. Because if you're a wicked husband, that woman don't have to honor you, man. You see, the reason how we know, because it tell you, but she that dishonored him in her pride shall be counted ungodly. You see that? So if you got a ungodly husband, man, 9 out of 10 times that woman is not gonna honor him, man. She's gonna dishonor him. You see? Cold-blooded, man. Now, as we get ready to close out this word, when you go up to Sirach 26, verse 24, guess what it says? A dishonest woman contemneth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. You see that? A dishonest woman, okay, brings shame, man, to that husband, man. So a dishonorable woman is just like one that's dishonest, man. And she's going to bring shame to that man. But a honest woman will reverence her husband. You see that? See, when you're honest, man, that's honorable. You see, because you got women that'll tell you, in the Proverbs, I want to say 6:22. I can't remember if it's 22 and 6, but or Proverbs 30 and 20. Don't quote me, but it's a reason why that scripture says, "Such the way of an adulterous woman, she wipeth her mouth." Okay, like she's done nothing, man. That's a woman that's dishonest, man. You see? In verse 25 in Sirach 26, it says, "A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord." And as we close it out in verse 26, it says, "A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all." Cold-blooded, man. Cold-blooded. What's the name of the lesson, man? A woman that honors her husband is wise, but she that dishonors him is ungodly, man. And that's all I got for you, man. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters was edified by this word, and we give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out, man. Shalom.